Hello, everybody. How are you? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Coffee Break with Tarot by Laura. My name is Laura Gonzalez, and I'd like to welcome you to Valentine's Day Coffee Break. I hope everybody's doing great. Today we're gonna do learning the card of the day, and as usual, I have the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck, which I consider to be the best tarot deck for learning the tarot, because it's pretty much the blueprint of all tarot decks. Um, in in the United States alone, we get about 300 tarot decks created a year, and most of the artists, as fantastic as they may be, base themselves and base their art on the Rider-Waite-Smith. I dropped a couple of cards, so I'm gonna go off focus for a minute. There you go. I got them. Let's see if these are the ones that come out later. Anyway, today we're gonna do learning the card of the day, and as I was telling you, this is the deck that is a blueprint for very many other decks. I hope you're keeping warm out there. If you're in Chicago, it's really cold. It was very, very bitterly cold yesterday. And let's see what card comes out today. May the Divine let us see what needs to be seen for today. Today we have the Eight of Swords. And the interpretation that I give to this card will be, you know, let's be careful with our thoughts. Let's be careful with what we think and how we are thinking about the situations in our life. Are we being trapped by our own thoughts, or are the words of others keeping us from moving forward? See, first of all, the suit of swords is about our thoughts and our ideas. It's freezing in here. How we communicate with others, that is the suit of swords, right? And if you look at a tarot deck, swords cards are not pleasant. They are the most unpleasant ones to look at, because this is how we communicate and this is how we think. And most of us humans tend to think negatively. It's not you, it's not me. We don't own the going down and getting depressed thinking. All of humans, we all have trauma, we all have depressions or sadness or moments of anxiety, unless it's, of course, diagnosed by a medic. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about moments in which a person gets depressed or gets a little bit anxious. And this is pretty much what this card is reflecting. A person who is blinded and bind in a jail-like sword imagery, when in reality their binds are loose, they could free themselves. And the swords are really not hurting them. The swords are around them. So how we come to this interpretation to the card? Again, swords are about our thoughts, our ideas, how we communicate with others, and how we have that internal dialogue with ourselves. And a number 8 is a number that carries a whole lot of energy. When you turn around a number 8, it's like the infinite sign, and it's pretty much like that. There is a whole lot of energy on those cards. So when you put the number and the card, and then you get the imagery, which is, again, not pleasant. Well, is feeling trapped on your own thoughts, feeling anxious, a little bit paranoid maybe, creating scenarios that aren't there, and not seeing clearly what is truly there. Because when the eyes are blindfolded, we are not being objective. We are making things up on our mind. So, as they say, our mind could be our best ally or worst enemy. And it's up to us to loosen that blindfold, to observe, to base on facts and not on assumptions, and to free ourselves from those moments of um, anxiety and desperation and, you know, repetitive thoughts. Of course, there are other techniques out there, you know, to kind of like remove yourself from the situation that is giving you anxiety. Um, Try to do other things. Try to, you know, I always tell people when you are too much in your mind, try to do something that involves your hands because you are too much on air, the element of air. So we want to ground that air, and activities that help you ground are the activities that you do with your hands. So knitting, baking, crocheting, drawing, um, coloring, writing, pottery, uh, stuff that plant gardening when the weather permits. Um, Anything that takes you out of your mind and into your hands, and it puts your senses into concentrating on what you're doing with your hands, and it kind of takes you out of that revolving door of um, harmful thoughts. Mm. It's not easy. Believe me, I know, because I do too get anxious at times. And it takes skill, you know. It is about benefiting, trying to better yourself and try to feel better. And but most importantly, let's take the blindfold from our eyes and base ourselves on facts. So that's the card for today. We have an extra minute, so I'm going to pull one of the four agreement cards to kind of send you away on the weekend on a higher note, I hope. So don't give yourself anxiety this weekend, okay? Don't be overthinking anything. And um, if you're in Chicago, come see us. We're gonna be at the Bruja Market at Ojo de Fortuna. Thank you, Erica. Erica says, Happy Valentine's Day, Laura. I hope you're having a fabulous Friday. I hope everybody has a good Valentine's Day. Um, and we're going to be celebrating, of course, at Ojo de Fortuna Bruja Market, Hechizo de Amor. We're going to have the Valentine's Day edition, and we're going to be there Saturday and Sunday. Saturday night, Charlene is going to lead us into a self-love meditation. And let me see what the oracle for today is. And we have this guy again. We have this guy again. You know what? I'm going to honor it because he came out on Wednesday. He's coming out today. There must be something. He says, don't make assumptions, eliminate gossip. Making assumptions is a setup for suffering because usually we gossip about our assumptions, we make assumptions and believe we are right, and then we defend our assumptions and try to make others wrong. There is a reason this guy came out twice this week. So making assumptions is a setup for suffering because we usually gossip about our assumptions. We make assumptions and believe we are right. Then we defend our assumptions and try to make others wrong. And I don't know if you noticed, but when I lifted the deck, he was right there, the little doggy. So there must be something about that. Bye-bye, IGTV. Never forget that you are loved. Come see us at Ojo de Fortuna. And for all of you folks who are still here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, thank you for being here. Please share and tell people about these videos. We do them Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday is tarot for the week. Wednesday is oracles, and Friday is learning the tarot card for the week. And yes, I'm celebrating Valentine's. Look, I have my El Corazon t-shirt on me. Thank you everyone for watching. Never forget that you are loved. Bye-bye.